Orly Arava did a very good thing for me. She gave me a 3 to 4 hour past life regression therapy session about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we got into my past lives for preparation of the show. So I want to start off with the hot topic, and our first question is, please explain to our audience what past life regression is for those who are unwashed.
Past life regression is a therapy in which you go down, you go under, and you recall a past life in order to heal something in the current life.
All right.
I don't believe in this bull crap.
Why? Why do you say that? That's pretty harsh.
I mean, no offense, but my skepticism is such that, okay, it is your past, and it has happened, but the only past that I'm concerned about is the past of which you're living in. I can't really say that past lives have made a difference in my current life. How do I know that? I mean, it doesn't seem relevant to me.
So what do you think about that? I'm sure you encounter that all the time with skeptics. How do you deal with skeptics such as Adorable Adrian?
I would say you don't have to believe in a past life. You don't have to believe in gravity either. But if I drop a pen, it will fall down. It's not about believing. You are affected by your past, no matter what, whether you acknowledge it or not. It's not about believing. It's about whether you accept the facts or you don't. Whether do you use the facts for your benefit or you ignore them. I don't want to get stuck in the argument about it. Let me take you to the benefits of it. What's the idea of it? Okay. For instance, somebody came to see me regarding a migraine he had for 20 years.
A migraine?
Migraine, yeah. Okay. Every day for a few hours. So I would buy the Costco pills, like tons of them. 20 years every day. It's a killer. So okay, let's go see what happened. He was a 19 years old man in Italy or something, and he was selling alcohol in barrels, wine in barrels. He had a partner. So he went to Spain with a ship, trying to sell the wine. And the merchant was cracking them open. He found out there was water in it. Because his partner was trying to deceive, and he put water instead of wine. So the merchant didn't pay the money. And our guy followed the merchant home, and he saw the money on the table. He got into the house and tried to grab the money that he thought he did all the effort and the sailing, and it was his money.
Sure.
And the guy stabbed him. The merchant stabbed him in the back. On the way down, he hit the chandelier and he died. The last thought that was in his head is, money will kill me and money is a headache. Today, every time he thinks about money, how many times a day do you think about your money? Like paying the bills, this is too expensive, the gas price. It would trigger the same memory, and the same awful pain, this migraine pain, would trigger that. He was astounded. He got out of there and said, oh, I can't believe it. He said, you know what, I've had these migraines since I was 19 years old. It occurred at the same time, the same age. 3 months later, he called me, he said, you know what, I couldn't believe it would never come back. After 20 years of migraines, I couldn't believe it. It took me 3 months to call you and say, you know what, and to call my mom, I think I'm over, I'm done with this. So it's not about the anecdotes or the details. I was a Mexican, I was Afro-American. It's not about that, the exotic stuff. It's about the healing and the therapy of it.
How do you put them under? Do you like hypnotize them, or what's the procedure with that?
Good question.
It's a very slight hypnosis. There are 4 levels of hypnosis. 4 being the deepest. It's like after a yoga class, there's a relaxation phase. That's how it feels. You're half asleep, half awake, but your mind is very, very focused. Your body is sleepy, but your mind is focused, and you can have access to, I call them files. Like in a computer, you got files. Everything that ever happened to you is stored in a file. If you ask, okay, that's my daddy's file, let's see what's in there. Let's say what's my mom's file is about. And then you just recall the information. It's as simple as that.
If you are fascinated with a historical time, place, or figure, could that be a past life remnant resurfacing in this life? Is that possible?
We call it karmatic traces.
Ooh.
I have a couple, Israeli couple. They got a 2-year-old girl. You know what's her favorite food? I'm auctioning. What would 2-year-olds usually love to eat?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Drool.
Pizza. Drool.
Candy.
Candy.
Yes, anything with sugar in it.
She loves sushi.
2-year-old.
A 2-year-old?
The taste, the texture, the color. I mean, there's nothing. Sorry, I don't like sushi, but
I
I mean,
can't stand
why would a 2-year, and they're Israelis. It's not in their tradition. They don't eat that. I bet. I mean, she got to grow older. I bet she was a Japanese in the past life.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. If we could pick and choose our next life in the green room of the sky, why wouldn't we all pick to be kings and queens? Why would I pick to be, someone making minimum wage, for example? Not that I make minimum wage, of course.
You do.
Here's the deal. We're here to learn something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I have plenty of money, do I appreciate it?
Probably not. You probably have a sense of entitlement.
Yeah. So if I'll be an Indian guy in India begging for money, I have a way better sense of appreciation for money.
Orly, let me ask you this: when you're doing a past life regression therapy session, can you tell if the person's having a genuine past life experience, or are they making it up? Can you actually tell if they're just like fibbing or fabricating?
Yes.
How can you tell?
My expertise is I call myself a KGB.
Okay, so
I can tell.
Really?
There are physical signs. Yeah, there are physical signs of the body. You can see if somebody is deep inside or not. And I would always look for the extraordinary, not the common knowledge. I was a king and I was doing this and that. Okay, so what does your plate look like? These details that a normal person in the right mind don't usually know.
But couldn't that be a stream of consciousness? Like, I'm a writer, so I'm very creative anyways. How do we know we just didn't tap into my creative thinking for my past lives?
There is a feeling to it. When I regressed my brother, he was 18, the guy was holding his abdomen. And I said, what's wrong? He said, I'm giving birth. He didn't make it up. And the agony he was in, that wasn't made up. He was actually re-experiencing his birth, the birth of his girlfriend. I said, okay, just relax. You don't have to go through delivery again. Just remember, it's an old movie. I want to see what's happening.
Okay, so, oh Lord, okay, I have so much. I'm just looking at your forehead and I'm seeing lie on the front of it.
Oh,
so,
my goodness. Adorable.
Before I go there, okay,
Goodness
because
gracious.
I'd like to feel that I am an open thinking person. So
Talk about false advertising there.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Tell me, what is the process that you use to, or is that's part of your your therapy and you don't want to give that out unless, well, okay, then what is the process that you use? Because I want to hear it to see if I believe that doing that process might work for me.
It's similar to the meditation thing,
Mm-hmm.
when you just relax your body and you focus your mind. I think it's easier than meditation, because in meditation you have to empty your mind. I can't do this. But if I have to focus on something specific, it's easier for me because my mind is working, it's busy, I don't have to empty it. It's very, very simple. You ask the person to relax, laying down on a massage bed. You ask the person to take a few deep breaths and relax and inhale white light and just focus his mind. Something you do like in yoga, meditation, no gimmicks. It's by the book. Everybody does the same thing. No hocus pocus, no watch. No.
What do you have to do to actually attain that fulfillment?
By understanding, like the stabbing example I gave, by understanding, and understanding the association you took from a past life. If you were rich and you were killed because of that, let's say the mob took over your castle and they burnt you on the stake. There's no wonder you're afraid of being rich again. In the back of your mind, you got a limiting belief, a limiting association that money will kill you, or giving birth will kill you. If you died giving birth, there's a trauma saying, you know what? Or if you drowned, or if you were bitten by a dog, you say, or whatever, fear of flight, whatever. There's an association which is a logical thing. It's a defense mechanism that you don't want to let go of.
Okay, since you said that, that brings this question. Okay, like I was reading just what you said about having fear or whatever in your present life. I have a fear of driving. I do not drive. I refuse to drive. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, seriously. Like
Wow.
I've gotten my permit, everything. I will not drive.
How can you live in LA without
That's what
driving?
I'm
I
saying.
get around just fine, but you know what I mean. It's
That's
like
funny.
and
She got Mr. Drummond driving her around
Everywhere.
everywhere.
You know what, you guys, really.
Really? Yeah, Deidre's trying to bring classes.
No, but I mean, honestly, and so like read this karma thing, and it said, like, you know, if your fears that you bring to your present life shows, like, maybe I could have died in my past life in a car crash or something like that. So
yeah, makes sense.
yeah.
So maybe that's why she's sabotaging herself in this life in regards to driving, because she hasn't fully resolved it.
It's not sabotaging. Hey guys, if you burn your hand in the fire, you won't touch it again. It's a logical defense mechanism. It's not sabotage. I got a story for you. I had a lady. She was afraid of. She wouldn't drive. She wouldn't ride with somebody who's driving like fast. She doesn't trust anybody. She was terrified. She would have like a panic attack. We found out she was a man. She was a race driver, a professional race driver.
Wow.
Got the name, everything. She's not from this country. I mean, it's not somebody famous, but so she got all the information and she crashed, of course. After we did this session, she went on a trip to San Diego with somebody else, her lover driving. She said, you know what, I couldn't care less. Everything was smooth and fine. And I drove with her recently. She is a professional driver. You can see the way she drives here. She gets it. I mean, she knows how to drive. This is so funny.
So Adrian, you being the pessimist, how would you describe it? How would you answer that?
Oh boy, I don't know. I guess I have to actually see these people, because I'm still. I want to believe, but BS is screaming in the back of my mind. So I would actually.
Did you get laid yesterday? Apparently not. You're a tough crowd. Damn.
No, but why would somebody come up with a bad story? Why would somebody come up with a story that he killed his wife? Why would somebody come up with a story being a whore? That's not pretty.
Exactly. That's a good point, Adrian. She got you there.
Because otherwise we won't be, good people, nuns, queen and queen.
Yeah.
People come out with shit stories. You know what? I poisoned my mom in a past life. I poisoned her to death.
That's not exactly something she'd put on a bumper sticker to sell her business, so that's a good point
So,
there.
I mean, why would you do this? Why would somebody come up with bad things about themselves? I beat my wife badly. I was a merchant. I was doing alcohol. I don't drink in this life. You'll kill me. I won't drink in this life. I don't touch alcohol. And I used to become really, really nasty and beat her and treat her like the other word.
The S word. Okay, why would these people... You know what? Honestly, I think you actually have me. I have no.
Wow, that's the first time. Let this date be marked. Adrian was stumped, and he talks mad crap, as you can see. How is it determined that we've completed all we need to learn before we reach nirvana? I mean, many of us believe that there's no other person that's perfect other than Jesus Christ. So how could I ever attain perfection since I'm not Jesus Christ?
We're working. Hey, this is a school. We're working. One class at a time. Like one semester you take English 101. The next one you
So
take...
you believe, based on this practice, that every spirit can eventually attain perfection, much like Jesus.
We aspire. You gotta be humble. We aspire. We're doing our best. Give it our best shot. Doing whatever you can to become a better person. That's why we here.
And what is nirvana, to close this segment?
It's the ultimate
orgasm.
You said that.
Heaven for me is unlimited amounts of hot sex. Why would I want to go to nirvana if I could just come back to earth and be a whore forever through reincarnation? In parentheses, she likes to be bent over and smacked. Signed, Crochelle Lurie from Chula Vista, California.
She's a freak. What's her number?
So what do you say to that? This woman likes to have hot sex. Why would she want to get reincarnated to something that doesn't have sex? She just wants to be a whore. That's her nirvana. She never wants to go nirvana. She's having nirvana when her legs are open. What do you say to that?
Let me add another piece to the puzzle.
If it's a dildo, I don't want to hear it.
You choose your next life. No problem. You're going to be a whore for the rest of your life, for the rest of your incarnation. That's your call.
She looks at her like, hey, that's your call.
I think it's boring. You eat the same food every day? No.
Yeah, but you can't compare eating meat to busting a nut.
No, you want to be a man, you want to be a woman, you want to be gay. Yeah, variety.
Is that possible? Can people come back as vampires?
I did a show on that yesterday.
It's a myth that is vampire, in my opinion. You can come as an animal or a rock if you choose to. I don't believe in. You can be an alien, but you cannot be a vampire.
I believe it.
Wow, and the room has a silent...
Wait, okay.
Silent what, though?
You can come back as a rock.
WTF.
Thank you.
You can come back as a rock, but I mean, how is that going to help your
You
soul
can?
group?
Really? You
I
can?
mean, I don't understand. That's an inanimate object. It doesn't live and breathe.
Yeah.
That's
What about a
why
plant? Can you come back as a plant or an animal?
We rarely do it because there's not much of a potential of learning. But let's say in ancient times, there are stories about people who came just to be, and I don't know, it's a bit of a vague concept. I encountered people who came back as animals.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I regressed people and they told me. I see, I know what I believe and see. I want to smash a big concept.
Okay.
All right, let's
You
smash.
say there's a soul group.
Right.
It's a bunch of people. I think it's about 100 people in a group. There's a core one, but altogether it's about 100 people. So this soulmate thing, which is only one person in the world which is made for you, that's, how do you say, BS.
Yes.
That's BS. Everybody from the group can be your soulmate. So in my life, for instance, I was married to my mom, I was married to my dad, I was married to my brother. See my point? We just change the costumes, we come back as lovers, and we do it over and over and over again.
So are you saying that me and Lady J are close friends? In a past lifetime, she could have been my daughter?
Yes.
Or my love slave?
Yes.
I like that.
Whatever you decide.
I like that past lifetime. Let's get back to that.
No, this one you're making it up. This one hey, that's not a wish list. Hey.
So how do you remove these souls? How do you get new souls so that you won't attract these people? I know you make a change, but how does that control the soul group?
I don't think the soul group changes, right? The soul group
No,
stays...
you're stuck with the same people. Your mother-in-law, everybody.
So it's possible to reach outside of the soul group?
No, it's not.
No, you have different friends. No, but the main learning, headbutting is against your soul group. Here's the deal. We hang out with the same people trying to learn something. Everybody is sitting on the same radio frequency. So when you change your behavior, let's say you're my wife, I'm beating the shit out of you, and
Ding ding!
Orly, you were a potty mouth in the past lifetime, I'm starting to think.
Yes. So, and you come to me, for instance, and you grasp this, and you change your inside. This frequency is going to change the rest of the relationship, because you're going to stand up against me, and I'm going to learn my lesson and withhold my impulses. So everybody benefits together from the learning, from the growth. That's the whole idea.
The whole
working
group
in a
benefits,
group.
right?
That's the whole
So everyone doesn't
idea.
just have the same lessons over and over again.
Because the vibration changes, your vibration changes, it impacts the whole group.
Oh.
And I've done lots of similar things. I had a mother-in-law, the daughter-in-law came to see me because the mother was giving her hell. And we found out they were lovers, and the young one killed the other one. It was a whole mess. It's going to be a movie one day.
Sounds like Young and the Restless.
No, but that's real. And and the
So it's
lady,
Young and the Restless.
and the
It's called
daughter-
ARN, soap opera, you don't know.
And the daughter-in-law did her work. She forgave herself for killing, and she forgave the other one for cheating on her. She was a man. And she just changed the vibration. The mother-in-law called her a couple days later, and she apologized out of the blue. Because, you work the karma, everybody's on the same radio frequency, and you grow together. That's the whole idea. There's always a lesson behind what happens.
So the same soul group you're stuck with that from here to Nirvana.
You're
What
not
happens
stuck.
this?
You're not stuck. You love them dearly.
What about this? What if everyone in my soul group reaches Nirvana before me?
Usually, let's say, imagine you're a first grader.
Uh-huh.
You move on to the second grade and the third grade. So usually you all graduate together.
Oh, you all learn from each other, and you
And
guys
you're
help
around
each
the
other.
same level.
You
You're
don't
on the same level.
You don't abandon your other soulmates
No.
to Nirvana. Like
No.
if you and I were last in a soul group, and I learned a lesson, I would come back to help you because
Of
I'm your
course.
soulmate because I
Of
love you.
course.
That's actually beautiful. That's our show for today.